Hey everyone, it's me, Language Bay, and herzlich willkommen zu meinem Kanal, YouTube channel, whatever. Um, anyway, first things first, I want to say if you like my videos, hit that like button, smash it. If you like more than one of my videos, then go ahead and subscribe. Like, why don't you just do that? Come on. That way you can be notified each and every time I upload a video. So today we're going to talk about das Alphabet. So the German alphabet. As I'm a native English speaker, you all know that. I often get compliments from Germans on how native or near native I sound when I speak German. And the sounds are very challenging. I've mastered a lot of the most difficult sounds, and there are some sounds I still struggle with. But at the request of one of my community members, I decided I'm going to go ahead and make this video as a response to another video that I saw, and I dropped the link in the description box below because it was made from a German person, and some of the things I didn't really agree with, considering I'm a native English speaker and I know how things are pronounced. But it was a good video. I just think the American perspective would definitely help those who speak English as a native language first. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, just a little introduction. The German alphabet is difficult. Although the alphabet is mostly the same, a lot of the sounds are different. There are additional sounds that don't typically exist in English, umlauts, for example, and diphthongs, which are different, kind of. Umlauts are different in that the two dots, which are the umlauts, that is used to show that the leading vowel sound is changed because of the succeeding vowel, not that they're both being said, if that makes any sense. And diphthongs are different because both of the vowels that are adjacent to each other are both pronounced, and it's a specific sound as you transition from saying the first vowel to the second. Like, for instance, with coin, you say the O and the I, and it's a specific sound, coin. There's also alternate pronunciations for words, and cognates specifically. By the way, cognates are words that share the same origins, and they're usually separated into two categories. There's the false cognates, which are words that look similar or they look exactly the same, but they mean different things in each language. Or there's true cognates, which are words that look the same or similar, and they mean the exact same thing in either language. So just to give you a little background, now let's get into it. Okay, I've recorded this thing like so many times, I think like 6 times. I'm really hoping this is the last time. I'm such a perfectionist, so let's just get into it. First letter, ah. Ah, oh, wait. Before I get into all of that, first thing I did was I put on top the pronunciation according to English rules, English words. Underneath in bold are German words, and I'm going to sound that out so that you can understand what it is I'm trying to explain to you. First letter, A, same A as in car, and then the German word with that same sound is Apfel. B is in baby, it's the same. C, hard C is in call. D, like delta. E is a little bit different. We say E, they say E. And it's almost like the Canadian A, pronounced like eight, the A in eight. And so underneath it, you would say G. F is the same like fox. G is the same like go. H, I'm sorry, not H, ha, like have. E, which is, we say it differently, we call it I, they say E, and there's a short sound and a long sound. There's it and easy. So for instance, you would say mit is the short sound and git is the long E sound. Yot we pronounce like Y, so it's like yes. That would be ya, and that would be yanua. Ka is pronounced like kilo. L is pronounced like love. M like mouse. N like new. O has a short sound and a long sound. So O, like, it almost sounds like the U in bum, and that's the short O, and the long O is like go. So for instance, toll and wo, two different sounds. P as in paper. Now, Q is a little tricky. Just like the Q in the English language, Q in German is generally typically followed by a U. And normally in English, the QU sound is like KW. So you'd say something like quality or quiet. In German, it's actually the KV sound. So you'd say Qualität or bequem, like the letters on the words on the screen. R is a little bit different. It's not like the R in English. It's actually more like a Spanish R, and it resembles like that double soft double D sound in the word ladder. So you'll take that double D sound and you use that. So you'll take that R sound and you'll say reden, not reden, you say reden. So pronounce, we practice that ladder sound. I know that's a little tricky. Uh, S it's a little different. They pronounce the S like we pronounce our Z's. So, for instance, it would be like the Z in zoo. So if you see SIE, that's actually Z or selbst, not C, not selbst, but Z and selbst. T like tone. U pronounced like the O in like who. V is a little bit different because it's actually pronounced like our F. So the V is like F in Fox. So the word you see on the screen below, it's actually Vorlage, not Vorlage, but Vorlage. V is pronounced like the V in Victor. So wie und was is what you see on the screen, not wie und was, but wie und was. And we're going to get to that IE sound in the next slide. X is like the X in box, but what's tricky about this is with us, when a word begins with an X, it's pronounced like a Z, like xylophone or Xerox, we pronounce it. But in the beginning of the word in German, it still has that X sound. So where we would say xylophone, they would say Xylophone. And then that also leads us to the next sound, which is the upsilon. That is a Y. We consider that to be a Y, but in German, that's actually a U sound. So it's like the U in loop or duplicate. So for instance, the word type, Type in English, the German word for that is Typ, but it's pronounced typ, not type. So keep that in mind. And then the Z, or they would say Z, we call it Z. It's pronounced like the TS in vets or Etsy. And so, for instance, the number 10 in German is pronounced Zehn, not Zane, but Zehn. Okay, so now we're going to get into tip, umlauts, diphthongs, and other sounds. So the E is going to be like the E in bet or 10. And so you pronounce that as ega, not arger and not ega, but ega. It's a little bit almost like the E in egg, ega. The O sound, it's a little tricky. It's so tricky, but it's like the O in word. So you'd say Oeta or Göttingen. That's how it's pronounced. And then the sound, it sounds like the U in hurt, but yeah, it's a little tricky too. So you'd say Würze. You wouldn't say Wurze, but you'd say Würze or I don't know. I can't think of another word. Würze, Würde. Then the SZ, which is like a long S sound, it's a double S. It actually is a double S, and it's like our word like less or stress or mess, finesse. You get it? You got it. So then let's move on to the other sounds. So then there's the IE sound, which actually is going to be E in German. So we would say I, they say E. So Gießen. And please note that that's a double S. So Gießen. The next one is going to be the EI sound, which is actually going to give you the I sound, like in the word buy. So EI is actually German. That's I, that's German for egg, and then Schrei. So if you see the EI, it's actually pronounced like I. AU is pronounced like ow. So the word underneath is Vorschau. F for the V is for shall. The next one, EU, is going to give you that oi sound like in boy. So you'd say like neu, scheu, euch. So when you see the EU, it's an oi sound. The SCH sound is pronounced actually like sh, like in shit. Normally, when we see the SCH, we pronounce it like SK, like school or schedule. But when they have an SCH, it's pronounced like sh. So this would be Schule. The SP and ST sound is actually pronounced like sh, sh or sh. So it's the sh sound and then P, or the sh sound and then T. So you see the word underneath would be pronounced sprechen, not sprechen, but sprechen. And then still, not still, but still. Kind of like, they talk in Yiddish and they say the word shtick. That's like that. So still, sprechen. Then there's the suffix tion in German that can be tricky. So for instance, the word nation, we would say the word nation and it's pronounced in German Nation. So it's a Tsion, Nation. So we would say it international, they would say international. Or we would say caution and they have a similar word that doesn't mean exactly the same thing, caution. So you want to keep in mind when you see Tion, you want to actually pronounce it almost like it's the Z, Nation. Um, then there's the really super tricky sound, which is the CH, and I put a star because you don't actually pronounce it like SCH, like the ish sound, but that's the easiest way. I know that some dialects actually do. I think the Frankish dialect, they do say like ish, lieber dish. I don't pronounce it like that. The CH sound is actually like sh, but it's very soft. So just imagine you're trying to make the sh sound, but you want the tongue to touch the roof of your mouth and you want to blow like if you're trying to whistle. So you want to like almost like you're trying to whistle with your roof touching the top of your mouth. And so you'd say ish or dish or nicht. That sound is very hard for a lot of Americans, and I've been complimented on being able to master that sound. That's the best way I can explain it to you, is try to say ish, but instead of saying ish, tongue to the roof of your mouth and try to exhale like you're whistling. So ish, ish, mish, nicht, euch. You want to do that. If not, if all else fails, do the Frankish dialect and say ich liebe dich. Ich kann es nicht. That's the best you can do. That's the best you can do. But I just hope that all of this helps you. I just think it's very good from an American perspective to learn how to pronounce the words. Sometimes it's really, really hard when you have a German person who's native trying to explain this to you and they're not even saying the words right in English. So they're giving you a point of reference that's like not right. So here I am, native English speaker, and I'm telling you from the sounds and the words that I know, that I speak every day, this is how it should sound, in my opinion. So, hope this helps you. If you like this video, smash that like button below. And if you like more than one of my videos, you need to just go on ahead and hit the subscribe button so that way you can be notified each and every time that I post a video. So if there's any other sounds in German that I missed, please tell me in the comments below. Let's talk about it. All right, so have a great week and see you next time.